This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Audible.com.
In Rhode Island, we have a House Minority Leader, Robert Watson. He's a Republican and, important position, minority leader for the Republicans in their state house. And he's definitely against immigration. You can tell one time they were debating a law, and he said back in February to the General Assembly, quote, "I suppose if you're a gay man from Guatemala who gambles and smokes pot, you probably think that we're onto some good ideas here," opposing some of the laws that were being proposed in Rhode Island. First of all, I don't know where he found the Guatemalan who loves to gamble or smoke pot, and why is he gay? Look at how he views immigrants. They're all gay, they all smoke pot, etc., right? So that's his worldview. Now, here's the part of the story that we love. Got pulled over. Police report, according to the Journal, says that the Republican lawmaker's eyes were, quote, extremely glassy and bloodshot. He smelled of alcoholic beverages, as well as, my favorite part, quote, the distinct odor of marijuana. What are you, a Guatemalan gay man smoking pot? What's the matter with you? And, of course, he denies it, except he doesn't quite deny it. And that's my favorite part. So he is now got a DUI charge. He's going to have to deal with that. This, again, report coming from the Providence Journal. And he put out a statement saying, of course, he's totally innocent. But get a load of what he said here. Quote, while confident I was a safe and sober operator, trace evidence of marijuana was discovered, and I was charged with operating under the influence, a charge I vehemently deny. In other words, yeah, I had some pot on me. By the way, how do we know that? Other than the fact that he apparently was using it and the officer could tell, there was a clear plastic bag with a leafy substance, a green leafy substance, or whatever color it was. It was pot! It was pot! And you can tell in his non-denial that, of course, he was smoking up. What happened? I thought it was only the gay Guatemalans who did that. By the way, you know how the Republicans always project? Like, oh, those Guatemalans, those illegal immigrants, you know how they are, right? So we already know he was smoking pot. What, could he also be gambling? I don't know. What does that leave as a third thing that he charged the Guatemalans with doing? Being gay. I don't know. All I know is Republicans love projection. And there wouldn't be anything wrong with that, except, of course, they think there's all the stuff in the world wrong with it. Immigrants with their pot. Somebody pass me a joint. That's how they roll, man.
If you don't feel like reading a book and you want to listen to it, all you got to do is go to Audible.com and you can download a book onto your iPod or MP3 player. In fact, just the other day, I was listening to 1984, my favorite book. And they have over 75,000 titles to choose from. So you can get a free audiobook if you go to audiblepodcast.com/TYT.